do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show. Oh, we're on. Hi, kids. This is the Big Daddy G, and welcome to the Big Daddy G Show. Today we are live from Austin, Texas. Today is April 17th. Is that right, or 18th? 18th, April 18th. And today we are going to showcase a musician. And this particular musician, I was out at a I forgot what it's called. What is that place? Oh yeah, I was out at this farmers market out at Lakeline Mall. It's on Saturdays, I believe at I think it starts at like 7 or 8 in the morning and goes till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, so it was the first time I'd ever been there. I've got a good friend named Carl and Patrick that work out there, and they've been asking me to come and go to it for a long time, and I haven't gone. So a couple of Saturdays ago, I went, and I came in through one side, and then I heard this voice, this singing, and I was like, wow, that sounds really nice. And so I thought it was a stereo, I thought it was a speaker, somebody had was playing music. And as I got closer to one end of the farmer's market, the sound got louder and louder, and it sounded better and better. So I told Tyrone, I said, dude, we need to talk to that girl and or that lady and ask her if she'll be on our show because she's so awesome. And it sounded so beautiful. It sounded like it just sounded so out of place for a farmer's market, And then I did some research about Elvis, and it turns out that Elvis used to play gigs like that. He did whatever he had to do to get noticed, and he did that for years. Him and Johnny Cash and a lot of the guys that first were starting out, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, all these guys would play all these small gigs, and then they got noticed. So today we have a musician by the name of Mandy Rowden. And Mandy plays guitar, and she sings like an angel. So, and you guys know I only lie to the cops. So today we have Mandy on the show, and I'm going to ask her to come into the show. I hope she brought her guitar. Mandy, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Thank you for
having
having
me.
me.
Have a seat.
You.
So, tell me, Mandy, where are you from?
Well, I grew up in College Station and then spent my teenage years in Sulphur Springs, which is even farther into Northeast Texas.
Yeah.
I'm a Texan, though.
Nice. Nice. So, do you miss your hometown?
No.
No. But she loves the people in that hometown. She loves the people. So, so how long have you been in Austin?
I moved to Austin after college, so I hate to say it.
Well, we don't need to
it like that.
Yeah, we don't need to say that.
I moved here in 2004.
Right.
From San Marcos. At that point, I'd gone to college down there.
Okay. Nice. And what did you study in college?
Well, I started out studying music. But I was on course to be basically like a middle school choir director or something like that, which I realized early on wasn't going to work for me. So I kind of scrapped it and I started studying whatever I wanted. I was paying for school myself, so I kind of gave up any formal degree plan until, like, as long as I could get away with it, I just took classes and whatever I wanted, which was random music classes, a lot of film, mostly English. I think my last declared major was probably English. No. But I have just a smorgasbord of whatever I wanted to take, pretty much.
Well, she can certainly speak English, Tyrone, do we have her mic'd up? Okay, awesome. Let me take a quick drink. Well, my throat was parched. But anyway, so when did you start playing?
I started playing guitar in high school. But before that, I played violin and piano.
Wow,
I grew up doing
nice.
the classical thing, and that's actually what I had gone to college for. But and I still play sometimes, but just for my own enjoyment. Guitar is kind of taken over. Awesome. I do play a lot of fiddle still, but I don't do the classical thing in public anymore.
Awesome.
which is good.
Well, I love the violin. I can't play it, but I used to have a violin a long time ago. But I can play the trumpet and a little bit of
Nice.
drums, a little bit of saxophone, enough to piss off the neighbors, and and that's about it. That's about all I know. But I can do a Tarzan yell, so I got that going for me, you know.
Can't do that.
So yeah. So when did you start performing live, or when did you say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, it was around the time I gave up the music department in college. So around the time I guess I was about 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I didn't want to go the, public school teacher route. So I was searching for something, and I happened to see a flyer for an open mic. And I'd never really considered hitting an open mic before, but sort of the light bulb went off, and I went, and it was fun.
Nice.
And it led to meeting some people that invited me to play other places, and so that's really kind of when it all happened. I think I was probably pretty terrible. Like, if I'm being generous, I was just very green, but between us, I think I was probably pretty terrible. But I had fun, I loved it, and I saw this new side of playing music open up that wasn't the weird classical world, and so I went for it.
Cool. Well, I mean, everybody starts out like that. I started doing stand-up. I think the first time I did stand-up was at Velveeta Room.
Oh, yeah.
And in my act, I was doing the voices of Cheech and Chong. And, well, in my act, I had to, light up a joint. An organic cigarette. And so I lit it, and they got upset. So John, who, I don't know if he still owns Velveeta Room or not, but Johnny was like, what's going on? So anyway, I haven't played Velveeta Room since. But they did help me smoke the organic cigarette afterwards.
I bet they did.
So that's something.
That's a good way to make
So
friends.
I noticed, I know that we didn't ask you to come and perform, but we kind of set everything up hoping that you would bring your guitar. And would you mind doing a number for us?
I'd be happy to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gladly.
Kids, you are going to love this voice. Mandy, like I said, I heard her from the other side of the parking lot, and I was just drawn to her. So you're going to love Mandy. Mandy Rowden, do you have a website?
I do, mandyrowden.com.
MandyRowden.com, and it's ROWDEN? .com. So MandyRowden.com. And maybe Tyrone can put it up on the screen for you while you're playing. So anyway, whenever you're ready, what's the song you're going to play?
This is a song called No Greater Silence. It's on my newest record,
Okay.
which is one called 1,000 Miles.
Okay. And why did you write this song?
Why did I write it?
Or what's it about? I mean, what inspired you to write it?
Oh man, that's a very loaded question. This was sort of a mashup of a lot of things that were running through my head. It actually started with the little kind of guitar intro. Like, sometimes I start with lyrics, sometimes I start with the guitar thing, and this one kind of started that way. So I find myself just sort of jotting down lines, and it was very kind of avant-garde in that way, that it doesn't spell out anything in particular. But it's a little dark.
Nice.
I was going through a dark period of writing, like in a fun way.
Okay.
Kind of twisty, and so.
Well, it
That's
sounds
a super vague answer, but I think that's what you're gonna.
well. It sounds cool. And here's Mandy performing in her socks. I won't look.
Mountains have been moved, times such as this. What you will receive, you deserve every bit. Darkness takes the front seat, the road takes a twist. Mountains have been moved, times such as this. Canyons have been forged, ships have run aground. A heartache like this will find its way back around. So take your sorrow with you on your way back down to the canyons you have forged in your ship that's run aground. 'Cause hell hath no fury like my love scorned. The word is out, consider yourself warned. There's no greater sound than the silence you now mourn. And there's no greater silence than the slamming of the door. Storms will rage hopeless in this endless night. You would trade your last breath for one lone shred of light. Now who puts up a fight? Now who's afraid to die? Storms will rage hopeless in this endless night. Tell hath no fury like my love scorned. The word is out, consider yourself warned. There's no greater sound than the silence you now mourn. And there's no greater silence than the slamming of the door. Maybe now you see, maybe now you know, maybe now you wished you took your chances down below. Hell hath no fury like my love scorned. The word is out, consider yourself warned. There's no greater sound than the silence you now mourn. And there's no greater silence than the slamming of the door. There's no greater sound than the silence you now mourn. And there's no greater silence.
Whew. Boy, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't sit down. Don't sit down. If you play something that beautiful, and you kids thought I was kidding. When we saw her and I heard her singing, I had told Tyrone we got to talk to her, but we didn't think she would come. But she did. So there. Mandy, you got to do another song
I'd
for
be
us.
happy to.
Awesome. What are you going to sing next?
I'd be happy to. I was thinking I'd play you one of my new ones. This
Okay.
is a song called San Antonio.
San Antonio. And why did
Yes.
you write this one?
Well, this song is sort of another mashup of things that were going through my head about basically people that I miss. One being a good friend of mine who moved away recently. One being my cat
Aw.
that I lost a long time ago. I was just feeling sad
Yeah.
and a little schmoopy. And, you know, it's kind of funny, though, but the friend that in question here is actually from Dripping Springs, but I just couldn't fit that in right. So,
Yeah.
you know, I took some creative license and just sort of booted her to San Antonio because it fits.
In honor of your cat, I'm going to take a drink. What was your cat's name?
Oh, my kitty was Lucy.
Lucy.
She was my best friend.
Lucy. I have an aunt named Lucy.
It's a good name.
Awesome. She was an awesome aunt. So
Well,
please,
thank you
please
for that.
play. Well, I got to take a drink for Lucy. Hold on. All right.
Yeah, there's just one particular line in here that was all about Lucy. The rest kind of was just a mashup of feeling sentimental, I guess. You
Okay.
know, I girled out on this one.
Awesome.
Nobody's getting younger, and you wish that you'd been warned. The dash light's your only company, and the rear view is a storm. Now it's late and you're sober, and you know you're gonna sleep alone. So you wait till it's over, and you wish you could go back home. Oh, San Antonio, don't look like much from the road, but a lady knows when to stay, when to go. Go where angels fear to tread. Gonna love you till the day that I drop dead. You drive from Lubbock and I will meet you there. nobody ever promised a roof, a bed, and four walls. Sometimes the postcard looks like picking up your telephone calls. Now it's Christmas and you're sober, and it feels like you really reached the end. You can't fix this, you can't find a shoulder. Every street light reminds you of where you've been. Oh, San Antonio, don't look like much from the road, but a lady knows when to stay, when to go. Go where angels fear to tread. Gonna love you till the day that I drop dead. You drive from Lubbock and I will meet you there. Oh, oh, oh. Now it's late and you're sober, and you know you're gonna sleep alone. You can't wait till it's over, and you wish you could go back home. Oh, San Antonio, don't look like much from the road, but a lady knows when to stay, when to go. Go where angels fear to tread. Gonna love you till the day that I drop dead. You drive from Lubbock and I will meet you there.
Y'all thought I was kidding. I wasn't kidding. Wow.
Sorry to get heavy.
Mandy, they say, and of course they know everything. So they say that third time's a charm.
Ah,
So
they do say that.
I know you're not feeling great tonight.
It's all right. It's the best
Mandy's-
I've felt all day.
Yeah. Or is it allergies or what?
I think it's the flu. I
Just the
think
flu?
I really went for it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you get better. And I'm just kidding.
I'm not breathing in anyone's direction, I
There you
promise.
go. Well, will you do one more for us? I mean,
yeah,
Tyrone,
gladly.
do we have time for one more? Okay, yeah, we have time. We
Okay.
have time for another one. And
Gladly.
then before you leave the studio, I'd like to maybe you could sit down and talk to us a little bit more
Yeah,
after
absolutely.
this song.
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Awesome. Kids, listen to an angel sing right here.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. This song is called Let Me In. It's also from my latest album, and it's actually the subject of my one and only music video. So that's something to check out if anybody wants to. That was an experience. Album's called 1,000 Miles. Mm-hmm. Well, everything is available at mandyrowden.com, of course. But I'm on everything, iTunes, Spotify, the whole mess. Pretty much anywhere you can digitally find music. And, independent artists like me still enjoy selling records. It's sort of a a crazy thing about us. So, if anybody is into checking out new artists, that would be greatly appreciated.
Awesome. One more.
Got it. Living ain't easy and love is no exception. Don't I know that's true? But you gotta let your walls come down and let love get to you. The days are long but the years are fast. Our lives are passing us by. And I can't stand the thought of another day, baby, without you by my side. So come on, baby, won't you let me in? The wolves are out to get me, I could use a friend. Harder the heart, the bigger the wind. So come on, baby, won't you let me in? I know you've seen some harder days, had your share of scrapes and falls. Ain't it time you let somebody love you the right way, baby, through the hard times and all? So come on, baby, won't you let me in? The wolves are out to get me, I could use a friend. The harder the heart, the bigger the wind. So come on, baby, won't you let me in? You ain't the only one who's ever had it rough. Seen my share of hard times too. But I'm strong enough to know and I don't have to act tough. Just feel lucky I found you. So come on, baby, won't you let me in? The wolves are out to get me, I could use a friend. I need your arms around me time and time again. So come on, baby, won't you let me in? Come on, baby, won't you let me in? Come on, baby.
Whew. What'd y'all think? Huh? I'm telling you. Can you? Would you mind sitting down with us for a few more minutes? We have, I think, like 5 minutes left, and we'd like to get to know a little bit more about Mandy. I noticed you're playing a Gibson guitar. Is that your favorite guitar to play?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of funny you ask that. It's sort of a, favorites, a polite way of putting it. Yeah, I have a lot of Gibsons. They are my favorites. I've been even to Bozeman, Montana, where they build them, and I've toured the factory.
Oh, nice.
Bought a guitar from there that just came out of the factory, and then even got the pick guard from the J200 tattooed onto my forearm.
Nice.
So
nice.
yeah, So
you love Gibson guitars. What was
really do.
What was the first guitar you ever had?
First guitar I ever had was my brother's old classical guitar that I drug out of his closet.
Nice.
I don't remember the brand. It wasn't anything special. But then I traded it at the little music store in Sulphur Springs for a Peavey, which I thought was so cool.
Right.
Now that I'm a full-fledged Gibson snob, I know that it's not really that cool. But at the time, it hit the spot and it did the trick. And it was really fun.
Yeah.
And then I had a Seagull. Mm-hmm. And then it was a few years later before I bought my first Gibson, and then everything's been uphill or downhill, depending on how you want to look at it from there.
Cool. Well, it's got a beautiful sound. I was trying to see the name, without distracting you, but then I noticed that it said Gibson. I said, that's why it's got such a beautiful sound. Yeah. Have you ever played an Ovation guitar?
Not.
No.
On purpose.
Not on purpose? Oh, okay. I kind of like the sound of the Ovation guitar because it's got like a deep boom, And John Denver, I am a big fan of John Denver. I don't know, you're probably too young to remember John Denver.
John
but Yeah, he was one of my favorite artists, but I was a closeted John Denver fan, you know.
Ah,
I would only play the albums when my friends would leave and I was all alone, you know, because you're not supposed to listen to John Denver. But now I
oh
listen to him.
really?
Yeah,
I
I've
didn't
got
know
him on my
listens to
jukebox
him.
at home.
I
So,
think he's great.
yeah, he's awesome.
Did
You
he
know,
play Ovations?
yeah, he played Ovations.
Wow.
That's one of the guitars that he played was Ovations. But he was the which I don't understand why DJs don't play his music. He's the only artist that's ever done this. He had the number one song, number one movie, and number one TV show all at the same time.
Wow.
And you know, we still don't see reruns of his TV show, which were awesome. So now, from what I understand, we've only got a couple of minutes left. But from what I understand, you do or you teach guitar.
Hmm.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, it's called Girl Guitar,
Uh-huh.
and
Girl guitar.
it's
Okay.
for women actually.
Okay.
So the name is kind of misleading. Everything we do here in town is 21 and up. But it started as women's guitar classes, then led to women's songwriting classes, and then now we just celebrated our 10th anniversary last month. Which is really
Nice.
exciting. 10 years of Girl
Wow.
Guitar. And we have a full-fledged rock camp for women now.
Okay.
So everything from beginning acoustic guitar through playing any instrument in whatever kind of band. Every session it changes. We formulate different ones, and you can join. You can play, I don't know, drums in a Metallica cover band, or you can play dobro in a Dixie Chicks cover band. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's the variety is huge.
Right. Right.
So
And why
yeah,
did
it's
you
a lot
why
of
did
fun.
you start that?
Why?
Yeah. Why did you start?
I was broke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I had just moved
All right.
back to Austin from New York City, and my phone got cut off. I didn't have
Okay.
any money, and it was the holidays, and I was trying to get a job, and I found a terrible little table waiting job that was like nothing. I don't know how I would survive that winter, but my intention was just to come up with enough money to pay off my phone bill, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
And by starting this class, basically,
Mm-hmm.
I just got these women together and we did a 6-week guitar class, and I thought I was just going to pay my bill and then be done with it. But then 10 years later, we're going strong in Austin and now in Nashville as well. We have girl guitar classes going on there
Nice.
too. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I think that's awesome that you're helping people learn how to play. I've always wanted to learn how to play guitar. My little brother Chris has my guitar.
Chris.
He's lives up in Dallas, I believe now. But anyway, he has my guitar that an uncle of mine gave me when I was a kid, my Uncle Jesse. And so I want that guitar back, Christopher. All right. So we don't. All right. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can find her, MandyRowden.com, and you can get all the information you need from there, including your album, correct?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you.
All right.
Good being here.
Oh, dude, it was awesome you being here.
Thank you.
So that's it, kids. See you later. Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.
Can we all just get up on the Big Daddy G Show? Yeah, man.
Why clean your room when you can do some shrooms? The Big Daddy G Show.
Hi-ho, what do you know? The Big Daddy G Show. The Big Daddy G Show.